Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on last year's national champion, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. They are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run. They get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Stanford quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the single back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. For the many fans of the program, they started this season dreaming of a national championship. That dream has quickly turned to a nightmare, falling all the way out of the top 25. Where is their head right now amidst all of this chaos?
They got to get their heads out of the clouds right now and finally play up to their potential. They've got a lot of talent, but they have not been able to put it together on game day. There's a lot of people on social media and the message boards, sports talk radio locally, very, very angry with how this team has played. They've got to do something to turn it around.
That's not the place I thought they had to get their head. I mean, it's been a dumpster fire. It has not been good this year. They've got to somehow right this ship. There's too much talent on this squad to be losing game after game and falling out of the rankings.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Throws to the wideout. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, it's Cook. Oh, they're after him! That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Noles will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gets him the ball at the 29-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Got some room to run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Seminoles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying to impose their will with the run. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The give to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Cook. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. On the move, it's Worthy. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Stanford wants to push the pace.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Off the RPO, complete. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week.
Man, college football is crazy. It looks like he's about to go score on this punt return. Instead, getting down inside the 10-yard line, he coughs it up. That is a play that could very well define this game.
They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Coming out with it, it's Johns. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Hauls it in. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Dropping back, it's Cook. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab inside the 30. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play call.
Turning it on. Into the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida State.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to Miami. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Hands it off. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Stanford quickly to the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes his shot. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. No fair catches here, looking for room. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Final play of the quarter coming. To the ground with the back. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air, it's Cook. That's reeled in, it's John. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Good timing on the quick out. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Knowles are threatening on first and goal. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johns. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Running back searching for a hole. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got room to work. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Stanford wants to push the pace. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving.
Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. The give from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Now on second down.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. He's looking to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Worthy. He's going to come up just a bit short. It'll bring up fourth down from the 43. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. he was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Cook. Right on the money.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johns. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And with that last catch, he's reached a milestone that very few receivers in college football ever get. That's his 100th catch of the season, and it's a testament to how hard this guy works all throughout the week so that he plays his best on the game.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Stanford quickly to the line. It's complete on the right side. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Trying to set up the screen. He's out past the 35. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to pass. It's Cook. Gets it out quickly. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Snags it over the middle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
How many 1st downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window if the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Extending the play. Connection to the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Man, this quarterback is having a 1st half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go right back to the run. Still on his feet. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! They've extended the lead not.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum.
Gashes the heart of the knee. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd. End zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give to the tailback. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Seminoles have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll go to the ground. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Off the play fake on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use his speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Cook. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Johns. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They open this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
It's caught downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes.
There he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, quarterback making adjustments. Trying to seal the edge on the right. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play, their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the third time. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Virginia Tech has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Lane Stadium. They're up by 7 over Clemson. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Rush is on him. He'll pull it down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Finds his tight end. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Back to pass, it's Cook. Got it in the middle, it's Johns. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw again. Now improvising. Had to get rid of it quickly. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected.
Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business. 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. The snap sets up the throw. Looking for the goal line. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Power football with the run. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Kaiser. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it, floating down toward the earth. And the returner will be knocked down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute those.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now on 1st down from the 40. To the air, it's Cook. Makes a connection. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver...
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick.
Might be the worst case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The Seminoles have it with a first and goal. Looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, no! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give it...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll do it himself. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. This should be the last play of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll go right back to him. Slips one guy, and now he's loose.
And I know you you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He might want another play. Toss sweep right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Penn State is going to enjoy the trip back to Happy Valley after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Beaver Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Working that left side now. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now. Looking for space. It's Worthy. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Got his man downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Worthy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Lopez. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Rides to back and leaves it.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
A lot of times you're throwing these slants to the big body guys because they're so physical and they can win with physicality. But when you throw it to a little guy like this, I just know he's going to win with his speed. He's got that much quicks. He's going to win, and I'm going to force feed him the ball and let him make plays.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Caught over the middle. It's Johns. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. He's turning in the type of performance that will etch him alongside the Seminole legends.
He has been on fire. You got to find some way to slow this guy down, because right now he's getting what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, and this Florida State offense is really rolling.
Makes the catch. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Using his feet to buy time. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Just keep slinging it. Caught close to the marker. It's John. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
He leaves it with his back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead has ballooned like it has.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Looking for more room. Touchdown Seminoles! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. They just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football.
There he goes. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.